This podcast is sponsored by D Allow Recruitment Limited, the people who care.
One thing these people don't realize is that that's still engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, you helping the artist. So
yeah.
when it comes to haters, I just will tell you something. This is for you haters. Keep coming.
Keep coming. I remember back then in Nigeria, where nobody want to listen to us. Nobody know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know. So all big time to Davido, Wizkid, you know, the pioneers, the Two-Face, the P-Square that make the Afro Bibi global. Hello guys, this is your boy Danskinny. Welcome to the Ruum Banta. I'm your co-host today, you already know. So I have the best and amazing guests. I know you are excited to know my guest, but keeping cool. This is a good songwriter, an artist, amazing voice. This person I'm talking about, when he sings, is like an angel. Do you remember this verse in the Bible where it said, when the trumpet blows, just get ready. So I have X
Guy Dan, bro. Good to have you.
Thanks, man. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God.
I appreciate not just the invite, but as well seeing your growth in general, bro.
Yeah.
It's so good to see you. As I was telling you before all this start, is you shining, bro.
Bro, thanks,
man. What you're doing with podcasting is like, you know, when you see someone in their element and you say, right, bro, this is your thing. This is your thing,
I
bro.
love that.
And I really appreciate. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank
you for having me here.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate. I remember the last time I saw you. That was 2 years ago. You say a lot of things to me, which I discussed my music career with you. I told you, bro, I'm into music. I do some song. I play some of my song. And you told me, bro, you're good. Just keep doing what you're doing and just find the best thing that you know you're gonna do best. You know. So everything you said to me that time, I picked it up. I've been trying to organize this craft for a long time, but look at your boy.
You're doing great. You're doing great, man. Listen, you're not just doing great, but as I said, it's all about the craft. What you mastering that now, and the grinding on like if I'm completely honest with you, I did see you as someone going as an artist at some point, blowing up at some point. I didn't expect the whole podcast thing to happen. But when I saw, I was like, look, this guy, man. And look how far he has been. So, man, amazing.
Thanks a lot. You know, I know you very well, X. I know you a lot. And my viewers would love to know you. So you can just introduce yourself to my viewers.
Yeah, so my name is DX. I'm an artist. I'm a musician, a singer, music producer, audio engineer. Sound designer as well at some point, and I just like to classify myself as an artist because there are so many things in the industry that I really enjoy doing it, that sometimes when you get yourself on the box of just being the musician,
exactly.
It really works for some people, but in my case it doesn't, because I feel like I'm getting to a point that I love this music so much, but that there are some things in the industry as well that are making that balance of like, look, if I don't do this anymore, I'm completely fine doing this forever as well. It's fine, you know what I mean? So it's a balance, and that's it. I'm a dad. I'm from Angola. I'm Angolan.
Wow, all my Angola fans, please, can you just watch this? This is one of your guys from Angola. This is one of your main man. Don't forget to stream his song. This is X.
Oh, yes, man.
So, X, I really appreciate you coming to my podcast. This really means a lot to me. I appreciate you, and I'm so happy with everything you're doing. I've been listening to your songs. You have an amazing voice. Your voice is so amazing. Do you know sometimes, do you remember this verse in the Bible? We said, when the trumpet blows, be ready. You start your music journey. I know it has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the media. Don't read comments. See, there are billions of people in the world. If Audrey loves you, bro, forget about the rest.
100%.
Just believe those one that loves you, bro. The other ones, they're going to come.
That's the vision, man. I get to understand, you know, it wasn't something like immediately when I started in this. It took a while, because in the beginning you're afraid of everything. You're afraid of the reaction of people, of what you're doing, the expectations, kind of self expectations of like, and sometimes this type, I think they call it in imposter syndrome, that you doing something that actually is good, but you're so afraid of getting out and then being a disappointment for other people, you know, that you end up kind of doubting on yourself. And I had that, and I had this point that I would argue with people online saying like, no, this is not the right instrumental, and no, you shouldn't sing like this on that. But bro, I got to a point that I understood that haters sometimes they are your best friends, and the reason for that is that I think there is something that haters don't understand.
They'll still come to your comments.
Yeah. They still come
Even
to my
when they hate you, you think they are God. They will come
They
back.
still come
They'll
back.
say something again, man.
And it's something that sometimes I even don't understand about internet. There's like I sometimes through the day it comes so many things online that I will look to and I'll go like, nah, this is not for me. But for you to take the time to stop and go and listen to it and then comment something like just negative, one thing these people don't realize is that that's still engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, you helping the artist. So
yeah.
when it comes to haters, I just will tell you something. This is for you haters. Keep coming.
Keep coming. He keep making his money. You keep hating on him.
Keep coming.
You know? Do you know what? Something I really, really love about the haters.
Yeah.
They are very fun sometimes. They are fun for you to read their comments sometimes. You know, because they're gonna write shit about you.
Definitely, yeah.
Those people writing those shit about you, they have not eaten. I'm very sure. Bro, I'm very sure they have not eaten. The best thing they can do just to come online and say bullshit. That's
100%,
bullshit.
100%. Some, I realize this most of the times. Most of the times there is some jealousy on I could be the guy doing that, but I don't have the courage enough to do it. And look, this guy is doing it. Honestly,
Yeah, it's obvious,
sometimes
man.
sometimes it's just people that is just not happy with the type of life they have, and then it's something that you can't control really.
Yeah,
and
man.
I just learned to not be worried about things I can't control. Let me be worried about the ones I can't control and be on control of them.
Yeah. So, X, I got a lot of questions for you today.
Let's go.
So let's go with question number 1. So, how have you been? And what is new in your life at the moment?
Brother, I've been great. Honestly, it has been a long process because I came to end up becoming a student. And I've been a student of music all my life. I started playing drums when I was 13 years old. I was 13 at church. I started playing drums. So my involvement with music has been a forever thing.
Wow.
And before start playing drums, I used to get in front of the mirror and do some lyrics like rap music, like imitating guys like Snoop Dogg and Eminem. And I was that guy. But I ended up coming to I became kind of a mature student in engineering, audio engineering. So I went to uni. When I went to uni, I already had 4 kids.
Wow.
So it was hard to
deal with those kids and also going to uni.
Deal with family and responsibilities and be a student at the same time. And what is new? So I finished my degree as an audio engineer.
Amazing.
That was 2024, end of 2024. And straight away after 2 months, I got a job straight in the music industry. I work now as a music technician for Blackburn College.
Wow. Now I see where you get your talent from.
It's great because finally, look, all these years having to divide. Being honest, for me, what was more difficult, through the years, has been working out the way of have sustainability when it comes to the financial side of things, and being in a job that I don't like and thinking about music the whole day. And now I don't have to do that anymore because I'm in the job where the music is as well.
Does it?
So I go to my job and the first thing I see is a piano and a guitar and students asking about music. So I don't want to say, because I'm too ambitious to say it is the dream, but it's a good step to the dream.
Exactly.
Honestly.
You found yourself what you were looking for before. Definitely, now you have the best in, which is really an impact to your career as well as a musician. Working in music school, which is really good. Music industry, which is really good. You know, being all this while, like you trying to be in that part of your life that you're in now.
Definitely.
How's it been?
If I'm honest with you, what inspired me to get to the music industry in general was when the main turning point was starting to playing the drums, right? And then at some point playing the drums for a while. As I told you before, I learned in church playing the drums. And then I start thinking, right, this is cool. Now I know how to play the drums, but I need some rhythm and I need some melody, and I start learning piano, right? And the piano was the thing that kind of guided me to vocals, because that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
You're learning chord progressions,
Yeah.
and they have this tonality, like of the triads and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you play and then you think, and automatically when you start like doing some type of voicing with the keys you play, you like.
Yeah.
So, right, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can sing. Let me see. And that was the kind of the fuel to go deep and deep and deep. And then it got to a point that I knew how to play the drums. I knew how to play keys. I could play a little bit of guitar as well. Everything just by ear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it got to a point that I said, look, how these guys record stuff. I would like to know how to record music.
Yeah.
So end up getting involved with more people that had the same passion, right?
Yeah.
One of my first kind of bands in school, it was a rap band we used to call Fundamento Agressivo, and that's in Portuguese. Fundamento Agressivo. And it was like a rap band. So we used to like lend each other's like equipment, like microphones and interfaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember of producing in stuff like Nuendo and softwares that were like very, very primal, right? Kind of low quality softwares.
Yeah.
And this thing kind of it was the whole thing of like listen to commercial music or just like professional music out there in the industry and say how the vocals sound like that. How can I compress the vocals to sound like forward like this, and the drums, look, the kick, like this Dr. Dre kick is so present. It's like he's giving me on my face. Exactly. I can feel it. How can I mix and equalize things to sound like this? And that it kind of brought all the engineering side of things of learning how to manipulate sound really and make sound sound professional, kind of that classy sound that we didn't have in general as kids, you know what I mean? And I would say that was kind of the fuel that got me in the industry. Wow. I was as well kind of after until start doing what was the engineering course. There are so many things in the industry that are out there apart from music that I didn't know, because I was in a very kind of closed mind or with no much vision of what was the music industry. In my opinion, it was, so I'm a musician and that's it. And then this is the music industry.
That's it, because music is in you, bro. Yeah. You see, if you're a musician, an artist, music is like a spirit.
True.
It's in you. You just have to bring it out.
Yeah,
which you have done, and it's done well, bro. You're going well, man. You're really going well.
Keep trying.
I'm really, really so happy because I can see how your journey started. Mm-hmm. You've been a band in the church. You started a career being going to the studio and joining the people and trying to move with the people.
My parents weren't really happy with the transition in between. In between playing in church.
That is an African parents for you.
Oh my God.
That is an African parents for you. I have this same story. What you just said now about your parents were not happy when you started your journey of your music career. It happened to one of our biggest artists in Nigeria, which is Davido. It happens like that. His father never wanted him to be a musician. Sometimes parents will not accept it. But when they see you get a cool cash, man, they'll be there.
There you go. There you go. That's the point that was about to go to.
Do you know what I'm going to tell you? Yeah. Just buy your dad. Just buy your dad a Rolls Royce.
I think you'll become my number one fan for sure.
I'm telling you, man. African parents, they just want you to go to school.
Yeah.
Want to go to school, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become a nurse, become whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
But music? No.
But
the best thing is buy them a car.
Yeah.
Maybe just buy them a house. Or just give them $1 million.
What I really see, especially when it comes to Africa, I don't know if I'm from Angola. Who don't know
Angola, Angola viewers.
Yeah.
Angola. This is one of your brother.
There you go.
Make sure you support your brother.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's go.
So, and what I feel is like, especially when it comes to music in I'll say in Africa in general, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they demonize a lot of what is music, you know what I mean? Because sometimes some specific styles in music, they can be related with things that are not very popular, or I would say very healthy. Imagine like rap music, right? People, it would definitely straight away relate rap music with gangster shit,
Yeah.
or R&B with sexual stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very common kind of error that people do, and I think in Africa it's something that it was very kind of infiltrated in in the community.
Yeah.
And I understand that side, but the world has changed, man. And as I was saying before, I realized being is more inside the industry and doing the audio engineering course, I realized that the musician, imagine like a pizza, yeah. The musician is just a small slice.
Yeah, man.
There is so much.
There's so much.
You got the live sound guys. You got the films, like sound design for film.
Yeah.
You have the record engineer, the music producer, the guy that is placing microphones and doing stuff that is more technical in studios. The guy like me, the music technician that is there getting things ready and preparing kind of the path to music to be made.
Yeah.
You have like acoustic consultancy, something that I did as well. I had some experience as well with acoustic consultancy straight after finishing my degree, and I just realized, man, I was completely blind and just seeing one thing, that was the musician. Yeah, there is so much stuff
so many things behind it. Yeah. So many things, because as a musician, sometimes being an upcoming artist, you don't really know the game.
True.
So when you get into the game, that's why you know what is going on in the music scene.
Exactly.
You get my point? Yeah. So it's a very big ball game, something big entirely.
True.
So some people will say that, say, man, how am I going to do this? But if you don't get there, you're not going to know. That's why sometimes when I see those new artists coming up, they say, man, I'm going to do this. When I want to tour around the world. Bro, to tour around the world is not a day job.
It's not a day job, my brother.
Because you don't know the people you're going to meet. You're meeting a different people. Yeah. So your expectation is going to be very high. But you think it's very easy. It's not easy, man.
It's not easy at all, man. It's like I always said, and I think this is a bit of a self-slap on myself. That is like I always said, look, when I start working with music, this won't be a job anymore because this music is what I love.
Yeah.
But bro, it's not like that. I still go into work and feel tired and go home and complain with my wife.
Because it's not easy for you to write a song. Yeah. Being a songwriter is not easy, man.
It's not easy.
I've been there before.
And there are so many, sometimes so much gaps of inspiration.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I just realized that normally I write a bit better when I'm sad. And what is not, and I'm definitely not forcing myself to be sad, but end up finding that I have more inspiration in bad moments of my life.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got songs that they come in 10 minutes, and sometimes you have songs that will take years to finish the lyrics of it. You know what I mean? So when it comes to this songwriting side of things, is pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie. And there are techniques for it, as well.
Yeah.
There are techniques for it. And I think as everything in the industry is more of a process of learning how to dive into it really and learn how to navigate and learn how to navigate through those things. It's everything takes time.
Yeah. That's really good. So I love this question I'm about to ask you. Is the best question. My favorite question. So what is the story behind your stage name? And how does it affect your stylist?
Oh man, I wish I had a big story behind that, but it's not. So literally, my name is I'll say it exactly on the way that is my name, because the thing is I'm from Angola.
Yeah.
And we speak Portuguese apart from our native languages that my generation lost it completely, and that's one of the things. I know this is not the answer, but I'll get to the to the answer of your question. But I just wanted to take the opportunity to say this is one of the things that I love, and I'm really it's fascinating about the Nigerian, like the Nigerian the community in general and the young people. I realized that most, and not to say everyone I met from Nigeria, they know some of the dialects, some of the native language, and I learned that as well, that sometimes it's like from one small town to another small town, they speak a different language, a different dialect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We lost all that with like the colonialism, and right now I don't speak my mother tongue. My mother maybe understands but can't speak really like fluently. I would say my dad the same, so it was completely lost.
Wow.
And what was the question? How became the name? How became the name? So about the name, so I know people. So my artist name is DX, but my real name is David.
Yeah.
But my real name is not really David.
What's your real name?
So David is the translation for my real name, that is David.
Wow.
My name, if you ask my mom right now, who is David? Say, I have no idea, son. Because you know,
I have no idea, son.
I'm telling you, because it's like there are some names that, unfortunately, I would say they have translation.
Yeah.
And I found people here that they say, no, but your name, if you were born and raised in Portugal and you're from Angola, your name can be David. And it's true, it can be David, because the David is like the translation of David from like the Portuguese name. But my name is David Kishito.
Wow.
And Kishito is the African name, right? Is
David
the Angolan.
Kishito.
David. Ooh! You just said it so well.
David Kishito.
David Kishito. Yeah. That's my real name. That's my real name.
Do you know? It just brings me back to one of our artists in Nigeria. This Davido. You know, when he go to different countries, people call him Davido. People call him Davido. People call him Davido. So him himself, I don't think he understands his own name. I think I call him Davido. So he call him Davido. So it's different, bro.
It's different.
It is what it is.
If I'm honest with you, I had this before I like thinking about moving to UK. Yeah, that's been 9 years now.
Wow.
Until that, I was born and raised in Portugal all my life. Yeah. So until thinking about moving here, I always had the illusion of people like oh man, they'll call me David. That's nice, because for me it would be something completely new. Someone calling me David when I know that I'm David. But the D is from David, and the Kishito is because the Kishito is written with an X.
Yeah. So all right, that's where the X
comes from. So
all right, the
like
X.
British people, if they would say English people, if they would say my name with their pronunciation, probably they will say Quisito, because it's an X on the. It's a Quixito.
Quisito.
What is not Quisito is Kishito. So David Kishito. So that's the X, and that's the reason for.
Wow. Yeah. I love. Sometimes it's good to just listen to artists, understand what's the story behind their name. This is a very interesting story. Like, to be honest, Dashito.
Yeah,
Kishito.
I know it's hard.
It's really, really lovely. I love the name, to be honest.
And that's to be really honest, cool. That was my artistic name before the X. I was just David Kishito. And I have songs that have been released as David Kishito. Yeah. But what happened was then I got to a point of my career, especially when I started kind of speaking the English more fluently, right? Yeah. I realized that I wanted something that was like kind of more catchy. Exactly. And I knew that some people wouldn't be able to say David Kishito. But maybe that was even a wrong idea. Maybe good,
just 1 minute. Yeah. Maybe they want to give you an award. Say this award belongs to David Kishito.
You see, look. Man,
gonna say, whoa,
no, you won't believe me.
Who is Kishito?
Graduation, right? Graduation day. Imagine graduation day. Yeah. You literally ready on the queue to go and get your degree. Yeah. And they say my name wrongly.
Are you serious?
David Quisito. And I'm like, oh, I knew it.
No, if I was to say, listen, say my name right.
Say again.
This is my day. Just say right. It's David
God.
Kishito.
So that's the reason why, and I end up, and I knew as well the DX had this kind of catchy, more juvenile kind of vibe.
Yeah. Let me just bust you. My name is Danskiny.
Danskiny. Yeah.
So let me bring it out.
Yeah.
The Dan is Danjuma. My real name is Danjuma.
That's beautiful.
So
man.
the Dan is from DAN. That's Danjuma. That's the Dan.
Danjuma.
Then the skinny due to my
you know what it is. It makes sense, man. Danjuma.
Dan skinny.
Yeah.
Because I'm not fat. I'm just a skinny guy.
Yeah.
I love the way my
Danskiny.
name goes.
Well, yeah, but the Danjuma is nice, man. I never heard that name before.
Yeah, that's my name.
It makes me. I don't know why it came to my mind when you say Danjuma. I talk about this game, this film, the Jumanji.
Yeah.
For some reason, the Danjuma. I don't know why it came to my mind anyway. But Danjuma is beautiful, man.
Thanks,
Beautiful
man.
name,
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's,
is there any meaning behind the name?
The meaning of Danjuma is someone. I'm a Muslim.
Oh,
so
right, okay.
it means someone that was born on Friday. Wow. So Juman.
That's interesting. Though.
Juman is like going. Is every Friday like we go into the mosque. Is Juma. We call it Juma in the Muslim.
Right.
So that is.
It's a powerful name, man.
Yeah, it's a very powerful name. It's an holy day.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So let's go now.
Yeah.
So can you share a definition of a moment or an experience beginning of your career?
Yeah, man. It goes back to thriving in this music industry, right?
Yeah.
I had a guy called Sergio Belera.
Wow.
And he was my mentor on kind of what it came the musical mentality and how to go to a studio and record music properly and kind of learn how to produce and like the essence of music in general, right? And he gave me this opportunity of making a song for a compilation of a DJ's album. He calls DJ Kadu, and I made this song, and it was a hit, man.
Wow.
It was a hit all over the place. Mozambique, Angola, Cape Verde. It was.
What was the name of the song?
The name of the song was So Poeta.
Do you have it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
We're gonna find it.
Yeah, So Poeta.
To find it.
And you'll go for David Kishito.
We go back to David Kishito.
David Kishito, So Poeta is the name of the song. And what was funny is that because I still was underage. Yeah. So I was 16. I was 15 to 16. So, and I still was under the control of my parents, of course.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy.
So now imagine the song was banging, bro. All over the place, discos, and people was like ringing this guy, the music producer, this mentor that I told you, Sergio Belera, and asking, "Oh man, who is this kid?" And I'm home and I can't go anywhere because.
Man, I understand.
Mom and dad,
I understand.
And I understand they were making the role. That's what I do with my kids now. You need to be controlled. I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
You need that control. You need that kind of like limits. And look, you need to go to school.
Very, very important.
But in my mind, I was like, I want to be out there and singing this and making it happen.
Just want to make some money. Make some cool cash.
Exactly.
Sharp.
But yeah, and so it was funny because when I really experienced higher level of success, right? I couldn't enjoy it because I was too young to it.
Yeah.
And if I think now, I think the decision of my parents by the time it was the right decision because I wasn't probably ready for all.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a lot of things is gonna be on the road, like the girls, the social media stuff. A lot of things is gonna get you carried away.
Things that for sure you are in that age probably can't have the full control of.
Exactly, because you're gonna be. You see, being big is not something you just. It's not something small. If you're big, bro. Being an artist, being big, be global. There are so many things you do, like the way you can wake up now, go to a corner shop. But you can't do that.
You can't do it, bro. You can't do it.
Like, you just, man, let me just stroll. Let me just go for a walk. You can.
You can. Yeah.
You have to. We have the bodyguard always 24/7. You have to, when you're driving, you need to drive. You need to have everything on guard, you know?
Yeah.
Being a celebrity, bro, it's not a day job.
It's not easy. I mean, I know everyone wants to.
Yeah.
And I might be naive saying I don't want that level of like fame.
Yeah.
But bro, it's not easy, man.
It's
I
not
don't know
easy.
if I could. I mean, I, you know, there is this thing about me. I'm very kind of. I'm very to myself.
Yeah.
I don't go out, bro. I don't go out.
You're just like me, man. I don't like going out. I love
don't like
staying
going out.
indoors.
And the reason why I don't go out is because honestly, I have a home studio.
Yeah.
And honestly, my I see that what is my strength and what is my pleasure is really in my family, my wife, my kids, my music.
So, what are your thoughts on the UK music industry and the trends?
Right. Man, it looks like a simple question, but is actually a difficult question, and the reason for that is like, as a not just as an artist, but as a music producer as well. I listen to everything. I would say that we're on a good moment, right? If we talk about the present state of music, right? I think we're on a good moment. We're on a moment that like drill became like something that is so commercial out there, that you have American rappers doing drill. Yeah, that they used to do drill, a different type of drill, you know, in the United States. But I mean about the UK type of drill. And in general, I think we're on a good spot. The only problem I have with the music today, and in this generation in music, is that it's so temporary. And what I mean about temporary, I know that everything goes and passes and it comes new things, but the music has so little meaning in what people say and what is the concept of things, that it became so plastic that if your song is a hit, if it's for 1 week on TikTok with a trend and a challenge and everyone is singing your song, and then after a week there is a new one and everyone just forgot about yours. And I feel like the music back in the days in general, and this is not just about UK, had more a continued meaning in what that specific essence of music would mean for people. But when it comes to artists in UK, I think we're on a good, in a good moment,
in a good vibe
of music in general. I like as well the fact of what is Afro music, and I mean Afrobeats, Kizomba, Zouk, Amapiano. Is he so present, and now you see like European DJs mixing stuff like techno with the Mapiano, and I like the internationalization. I would say the word, if that's right. Sorry if I'm wrong on grammarly if it's not, but I think the way our Afro music is it's spreaded. I love that, man.
That's really good. In the UK music industry at this point, we do a lot of R&B and traps. Because that is what they really vibe to. And now you can see that the Afrobeat has really tapped into the market. And you can see the Amapiano as well is really tapping in. And a lot of artists in the UK, they want to feature the Amapiano,
I love
the
that,
Afrobeat, which is really good. It's a good culture. I remember back then in Nigeria, where nobody want to listen to us. Nobody know what we're talking about. You know? So all big time to Davido, Wizkid, the Pioneers, the Two-Face, the P-Square that make the Afrobeat being global. You understand? So now they recognize African. Now, if I go like back in the days, here in the UK was the first people that appreciate Afrobeat. They welcome Afrobeat, so we always give them that kudos in the UK. They really understand what the sound was. They don't really understand the sound. They don't know what we're talking about, but they understand that we are passing the message.
That's the beautiful thing about music, isn't it?
Exactly.
You don't need to understand it, you just have to feel it.
Exactly. Our legend, is R.I.P. to Fela. Fela was the pioneer, was the big pioneer of Afrobeat. He's trying to bring it on globally, which is today. Afrobeat it doesn't belong to one person. The only person it belongs to is Fela, because it was Fela that make the word understand what Afrobeat was.
Afrobeat was, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you know, in the category, in the genre in the UK, the classifying of music, so they were trying to find the category to put a sound.
They had to create one, isn't
Yeah,
it? If
that's
I'm
why
not
they
wrong.
created
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. They put it on Afrobeat.
Is it on the Grammys as well now?
Yeah,
It's on the
we
Grammys,
have
right?
our
So we
category.
have
now.
a- yeah, yeah.
The category we have is like it's like Afrobeat and a piano joined together.
Joined together.
Yeah, it just
what it's still, they still need to kind of separate the waters.
you know, yeah.
But it's good, it's good.
Big kudos
Yeah.
to Wizkid.
Yeah.
Wizkid has really played a big role when it
Yeah.
comes to that. We African before were giving a BET backstage.
Yeah.
Wizkid said, "No, we can't do this.
Exactly.
If you really appreciate our sound and you love
Give
us,
us a
you need
category,
to
yeah.
give us where you giving the other
Give us a
people the
concept.
front of the
'Cause I
stage."
think they'll call it something like global music or something like that.
The
you know,
international global.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So at least we're getting heard.
Yeah,
you know,
I like
they're
that.
hearing what our sound.
Yeah.
They know what we're passing.
Yeah.
So see, you can't go anywhere in the club in the UK. If you like, ask any Caucasian girl, yo, what sound do you like? Oh, I like Wizkid, I like Bonobo. Like the other day, I was planning to go and do an interview, like
Outside,
street
yeah.
interview, and what is it called, in Trafford Center.
Yeah.
I went there. I see a couple of people. All the ladies were just. Who is your favorite artist in Africa? Wizkid, Davido, Bonobo, Rema.
Yeah.
See, we got a lot of artists coming.
Definitely.
You know,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
the journal is really big. It's wide. It's
Yeah.
a big journey coming in.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And the Afrobeat is really tapping in the market. Do you know, back in the days, we can't top chart in the UK, but now Africa, Afrobeat is topping, man.
It's shocking,
We're
definitely.
on the UK chart.
Yeah. It's shocking.
You know, so it's a big journey
Yeah.
for us and for the pioneers, which I really appreciate everybody who have been the pioneers.
I love that for us as Africans.
Yeah.
I know that there are some dangers on it.
Yeah.
And those dangers are sometimes if you don't embrace it as an I won't say, let's talk about Afrobeats. If you don't embrace it as a Nigerian,
Yeah.
I don't want to sound bad saying this, and some people will feel this very
Just say it,
controversial,
man.
but these people out here, they'll try to own it as
Yeah.
they did with everything back there.
Yeah.
And why I'm saying that is because I heard, I don't want to say names, but I heard some Nigerian artists that at some point they went up there and they didn't want to be categorized as Afrobeat.
Yeah.
They didn't want to. I mean, but we all know that they're Afrobeat.
Yeah.
But they want, because they so big now. It's just like, yeah, but I can do anything. So I'm up here now.
You know the genre.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that. I know the people we're fighting for that. I'm gonna call names.
Yeah.
Because I know them.
You like to spill the tea. Me here
I'm gonna call
trying to
names.
control the situation, and it goes like bang.
like person like Bonobo said he's not an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
Person like Wizkid, he
Yeah.
says he's not an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
Is they say they go in name, they say their category, you can call them as a Afro. Bonobo is an Afro future.
Afro future.
Yeah. So I don't really know what
the
it
hell
is.
is that?
But it is what it is. It is what they
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
So, but we're trying our best because, bro, we have R&B artists in Africa, in Nigeria as a whole.
Yeah.
We have hip hop artists.
True.
But at the end of the day, where this music is out, they still classify them as Afrobeat.
Yeah.
But we still need a journal. Like, we need to be on that space. R&B artists,
Yeah.
hip hop artist. You know what I mean? Afrobeat artist, whatever they call it, Afro future artist.
Yeah.
But it has to be. We need to be there because we have worked so hard to be in that space.
True. Yeah.
So we deserve that. You know. So those artists who trying to make sure we get there. But we know we're trying our best. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be the best for us to get there, to put us in that space because we are doing it, bro.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
doing. There's no way you're gonna go in the club in the UK, in America, in everywhere in the part of the world. They're not gonna play Afrobeat. It's always there, man.
It's
We're
there,
killing
it's
it.
there, it's there.
And that's the sound that the ladies love.
Oh, man.
They love that
Come
sound.
on now, yes.
Bro, there's no way you're gonna play Afrobeat. You're not gonna hear definitely. Oh,
Bro, it's about the essence of things. You know, imagine now. I know that there are specific kind of music genres for specific moments in life, but I'll be honest with you. Every time I listen to Afrobeat, I'm a piano.
Yeah.
Kuduro.
Yeah.
Kuduro
Yeah.
is from my land, from Angola, right?
Yeah.
And man, it uplifts your spirit, bro.
Exactly, man.
If I'm driving, I even start driving fast. It's like, I mean, it's a complete, it's a different essence, man. We African people, we happy people from naturally. We are happy. We are cheerful. You know what I mean? So I understand that, and that's the reason why I feel like more than ever we need to own it. These divisions of, oh no, I'm not that because don't put me on the box. Maybe they put you on a box now, but at least on where are all the other boxes, there is our box.
Our box.
So for now, maybe, okay, be on that box. And I'm pretty sure that it will come the opportunity of having kind of more different strings of that box. Because I understand that a Mapiano and Afrobeat being in the same category is not really the same thing. It's a completely different rhythm.
It's very different.
It's like, and they will say, but it's Afro. Yeah, it's Afro. But so why you have pop rock and you have metal?
Exactly.
Is a completely different style, right? But they kind of relate at some point.
Yeah.
In some way, in some ways of singing, in some chord progressions that you use, they might relate, but it's not the same thing. So I understand that the other side as well, but it will take time. But I believe we'll get there.
Inshallah. I believe we're gonna get there. Like you mentioned, you made a statement like we own it. The song, it pains me sometimes when I see the bigger artists in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, the video, Wizkid, Burna Boy, they're fighting, bro. It pains me because those are the legends. I want to ask you this,
why,
bro?
I mean,
because
you guys fight a lot.
Do you know why? I think it's the fans. The fans are the problem of those artists.
Yeah,
the fans.
Because the thing with
are the big problem
with Davido and Burna Boy. What was the real problem? Is there anything that is specific? No.
Burna Boy said the video don't know how to sing. His father bought him the studio. Bro, my father got money, bought me the studio. It's none of the business.
Yeah.
My father got money, bought me the studio. It is what it is.
But then it's something that the guy really said, or is something that the people around them
I think the Burna Boy team and the Davido team, I think the people who created this problem is their team.
It's the people. It's the same
do you know Burna Boy and Davido was best friend?
Oh, I didn't know about that.
They were best friends.
Really?
Burna Boy was chilling with Davido's house. They were best friends. They used to roll together. They are brothers.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, sometimes so many things change people.
Yeah, man.
When you've been there, when you're very big and famous,
Success for
you
sure
know you have a very big fan base. Mm-hmm. So it's the fans, bro. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
It's like a thing like Cristiano and Messi. They have no problems between them two. Yeah, but
it's the fans that just keep fighting.
I get it. But you know what? Seeing the other side, because I always like to do that. That is like kind of see the other perspective, right? That's not bad. On the way, that is like competition.
It's like competition. They know what they're doing.
I like that, man. I like that in Afrobeat. I like that in rap music. Look what happened with Kendrick and Drake. By the way, what side are you? Or all that?
I'm a podcast owner. I don't think I'm gonna pick any side.
Come on now.
I'm an host. If I pick a side, maybe the Drake fans are going to listen to my podcast. But maybe the Kendrick don't want to listen to my podcast. So I'm just neutral.
This thing became so big this year that it's like.
So who are you supporting as an artist? Kendrick or Drake?
If I'm honest with you, I'm for the sports of lyrics and lyricism.
So who did listen.
Like on the rap game, I'm happy for the rap game.
Listen to my question. As an artist, this brings me to the question which I'm going to ask you next.
Right.
So I'm not okay. Let me ask you. There's a podcast because it's a back Ruum Banta. We're going to banter each other here. So be ready. So about Drake, and Kendrick, who have the best lyrics that you can relate to?
That's the thing. If you go to the lyrics that you can relate to, I'll go Drake straight away, man.
Drake.
Why? Because Drake is I go to Zara store and now listen to Drake music playing.
Yeah.
Kendrick is not playing in Zara. What I mean with that is that there are more things probably in life when it comes to enjoying yourself inside the hip hop culture, that I would say that the best answer, for this I think would be,
Yeah.
if you ask me if I'm listening to Kendrick every day or repeating his songs, maybe not, but I'm listening maybe once or twice because I want to understand the sense of composition and lyricism. He's amazing.
Yeah.
The greatest for me.
Yeah.
But then if you're talking about vibing,
Yeah.
it's Drake. There is no, I mean.
Okay, this brings me to your question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. So what inspires your lyrics?
Life.
Life.
But that's a very interesting question because always, I don't know if it happens with you as well as because I know you're a songwriter as well and a singer. Sometimes people, I don't know if it happened with you before, but it happened with me. Like in a relationship, right? Your wife or your girlfriend, they'll say, "Oh, is this? Why are you writing about these things and saying about girls? And is this something that you do? And why are you singing about this? Are you doing this? Are you cheating on me?"
Yeah.
And no, man, sometimes songwriting, if I'm honest with you, most of the songwriting that happened with me, for lyrics that came straight away, it was about situations that were happening on my surrounding, friends, some situations that I seen online, of a case of like between a couple, situations in life in general, right? They really inspire me to go and write about it.
Yeah.
Some of them are about me.
Yeah.
But most of the times, I got some type of a technique that I use that I get myself in situations that I never been before.
Wow.
Like, I make the instrument. I don't make the lyrics and then the instrumental. It never happens.
Yeah.
I make the instrumental and then I make the lyrics. So sometimes the instrumental will lead to wherever the lyric will be.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm making if in my sound, like my sound selection, right?
Yeah.
If I'm using like violins and a very kind of a soft rim, with like a very soul bassy with like a electric piano kind of soul type of progression. Maybe I want to talk about love. If I'm making something with a very heavy 808 and a very loud kick, maybe I want to talk about something more aggressive and a more aggressive situation that happened in my life, or I want to talk about the brothers and the brotherhood and the people around me. You know what I mean? So it really depends. Is the situation? Situations create lyrics.
Exactly. Me, I'm a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
This is really funny, what I'm going to say. I always get inspired.
Yeah.
What you just said before, anytime I'm sad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always put my past in my music.
True.
So everything you see me sing is what have happened to me in the past.
Yeah.
Like I have a new song dropping soon, but based on I'm doing a lot of project at the moment. So I'm just going to be hold on to my music for now. Mm-hmm. So this song, everything on the song is all about what have happened to me. Mm-hmm. And I love to sing about women.
Yeah,
I love love
Same.
songs. I love to sing about women because that's what we have to sing all about.
Yes.
We got nothing else to sing about.
Yes, I mean,
so it's all about what have happened to me in the past and what I've seen and how I find myself.
Exactly.
So those are the things that really inspires you to a good lyrics is something that you see. Like you just go back to said about your wife. She knows you're talking about her because. Bro, music is something within you.
It's something within you. It's within you.
There's this guy. There's one artist. I love Drake, but I'm just neutral. I love Kendrick.
Yeah, no, I love Kendrick as well. Yeah,
I listen to the both of them.
Yeah,
So whatever things they're having right now, I believe they're gonna sort it out.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Or do even don't, because we want another one. I want another one.
Yeah, because
I want more songs. Come
Drake needs to go to the studio and give Kendrick what you give him.
Yeah.
So you need to give him back.
Definitely.
It's a ball game. You throw me, I throw you. So the best man wins.
You know what I don't like? Just going back. I know we end up going from the composition back to Drake and Kanye, but it's very related. And the reason for that is what I just don't like about the beef is when they make shit personal.
Yeah, I know.
When they make shit personal, on a point that is like, oh, so if you Drake fans, you can come to our neighbor, or the thing about the lawsuit, and that's bullshit.
But
man.
Drake did not. Do you know there's a podcast? I don't want to drag anybody, but Drake did not supposed to sue Kendrick.
But
You know what
he's not
supposed
suing.
to do?
He's not suing Kendrick.
No, suing the label. It's like he's
Yeah.
suing the Kendrick.
But
See,
yeah,
what
go
you
on.
supposed to do? Go to the studio and do yours. It's a ball game. Throw me, I throw you. That's it.
I get it. It's like he's not really suing Kendrick. He's suing the label, and the reason why he's suing the label is because he says that the numbers for Kendrick Lamar, especially on the "They Not Like Us," "They
Yeah.
Not Like Us," he says that as they have been inflated with bots and stuff like that. So. I mean, I'm not saying that maybe it's not true.
If I
but
was
bro,
Drake, I'm gonna bring mine. I'm gonna buy mine as well,
but the whole thing is.
bro.
If you gangsters, you say you are. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and you from and you really from like the rap game and the hip hop.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be like mixing things between what is a lawsuit and a rap battle. Just
do your
lose.
shit, man.
Did you lose? Okay, go home, get better, come back.
I fight
and-
again.
Yeah, man.
It's like round one. Fight.
Exactly. Remember that Tekken
Mortal
thing? It was like,
Kombat.
man. It's the only thing that I really hates about that beef. Apart from that, my brother,
Yeah.
it was enjoyable, man. To see the back and forward.
Yeah.
One track 1 week, one track the other week,
Yeah.
and you waiting on that. Man, that's lovely. That's why I love hip hop.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
So I got this question for you,
Go on.
and this is one of my favorite questions as well. What challenges have you faced as an artist in the UK, and how did you overcome them?
Man, one of my first challenges is I was coming from Spain
Yeah.
before going back to Portugal for like a year.
Yeah.
I was living in Spain, and in the city where I was living at that moment, I was very well known to like gigs in different clubs, festivals, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And when I came to UK, it was like I didn't know people in general, musicians in general.
Yeah.
And there is one thing that some musicians they can accept, some musicians don't, but
Yeah.
I'll talk about my experience, right? When you become yes, you can go out and explore and see how is the music kind of scene, right?
Yeah.
In whatever place you are. But when you have responsibilities and bills to pay and 4 children at home waiting for you when you finish work,
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to a club to explore and find some musicians. It gets hard.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Yes, you can make some connections online, but it's not the same thing that you're going out and meeting people face to face
yeah.
and making connections.
Yeah.
So this was, and it's still being, one of my most challenging things is like creating those connections that will take you to the right place.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love that. I love the way you answer that question, because it's not easy. On the road, there's going to be a lot of challenges. And how you can overcome them, you need to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Whatever you see on the road, you need to say, man, it is what it is. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I know I'm going to get there one day. Like me, when I started, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me. I'm still grounded today. So I'm not going to say, man, I've got there. I've not gotten there, bro. I'm still grinding.
Yeah.
Because I just want to wake up one day. I just lie down in my bed. I see money clocking in. I'm not money, moving in without me not clocking in, not rushing to get to work,
And you'll
get myself,
there, man. And you'll get
So
there. And doing what you love, man, and doing what you love.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, and this is exactly on the point that me and you we are right now is. We got tired of complaining about it, and we decided to just go and make it happen. It's like, look, I don't have the space to do a studio. I'll do it in my lounge.
That's it,
and
man.
what I don't have a very expensive microphone. I'll use my I don't know if you remember these Messenger microphones they used to have back in the day. They were like those tiny ones. I used to record songs on that.
That is it, man.
If that didn't stop me, it shouldn't stop me now that I have a good microphone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all about that, man.
That's it, because whatever you do, just always believe that one day I'm not going to be here. I'm going to move.
That's the thing.
I'm going to advance, So everything we do in life, me in particular, I really believe whatever I do today, I just need to be, and just need to be great. I just need to be motivated.
Exactly.
I just need to move forward.
Yeah,
so
man.
I don't care whatever thing that's going to hold me down, whatever circumstances I'm in, like
Yeah.
I can't move, like I can't push it. Bro, I'm going to push it. I don't care.
Amen
I don't
to
care what's
that.
going to take me to move from A to B.
Exactly.
I'll get there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the idea of me. So I really thank you very well for giving me that good answer to that question.
You're welcome, bro. You're
So this one is, how did you connect with your fans, and what role does social media play in your music career?
Man, a lot. Look, I'll tell you something like this. I am part of a independent label.
Yeah.
Called Relish Music, and this label is composed by myself, Wilson, that is another rapper, and THC, that is a rapper, a filmmaker, a content creator, right?
Yeah.
And before I joined these guys, they told me something. I still was a little bit green on like, I wasn't that much mature in creating content and making my things out there.
Yeah.
And they told me something like this: look, you super talented, but if you want to ride with us, you need to learn how to edit your videos, how to get your social media going, how to create content to get people moving in the social media.
Yeah.
And
And that
to listen
content,
to
I
your
got so many
music.
things to ask you on that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I became a student of the content creation, and I learned that if I don't have the money to make a video clip, okay, cool, I don't have the money to have a video clip, but I have a phone,
Exactly, man.
and I can make my content in vertical, and instead making one video clip, I can make 40 reels that will make me bring more people than maybe one video clip that I spend 1,000 on it.
Yeah.
would bring in.
Yeah.
When it comes to audience and all that. And I think there is another very important thing, that is the relationship with your audience is a learning process.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I thought that everything that the audience wanted to know about me, because of my ego, right? I would think that because my music, I think my music is good, and I'm getting this music out there. So what they want from me is my music, but not really. People is not just looking for your music; they're looking for yourself as a person,
Exactly.
the essence of what you are.
Yeah.
So forced by this mistake of thinking that music was just whatever would connect me with people, I end up being forced to create kind of more roots of what I am as an artist. That's why I was saying before, I don't like anymore to be called singer or musician or music producer. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And when it comes to art, it really, everything is there. The content creation is there. You being able to edit your own videos. You being able to produce your own music, record your own music, and put it out there. Is all kind of, is a pack, man. It's a pack.
It's a full pack.
It's
It's a full
pack.
package.
Yeah.
Like an artist, I always tell people, there are a lot of people out there. They don't want to listen to your music. Some people will like you because of your personality.
Yeah.
Some people will like you because you make them laugh.
True.
So as an artist, you have to be the both. You have to be a comedian. You have to be a creator.
Yeah.
You have to be everything.
And you need to create the persona as
Exactly.
well.
Because those people, your audience who are coming to your page, some of them will like your song. They won't like the way you sound.
Exactly.
But they just want to come to your page to see something new you've done.
Yeah.
And see something new you've done. Over the years, they will develop to be your fans.
Yeah.
But when you ask them, why do you like this person? Do you like this music? Say, listen, I listen to his music. I don't like him because of his music. I love him because of his personality. He does so many things behind the scene of the music. Because that's why I love African artists, like Davido in particular.
Yeah.
Davido will sing a song. He will come outside tomorrow, bring a challenge to that song. And before you know, that song is on number one.
That's it, yeah.
Because he knows the music market. He know how to market his
need
craft.
to know, man. It's necessary. I mean, people. I honestly, sometimes I just don't want to be evil on saying, someone telling me like, look, I'm an artist, but I don't like social media, bro. I mean, unfortunately,
How are you going to move if you don't like social media?
there are some things that is like, sometimes it really intrigues me. It's like you at this point, you being an artist and don't want to be related with social media, is like you being an actor but don't want to be filmed.
Exactly, man.
Because I'm sorry, you're not going anywhere.
You're not going
man. You're not going anywhere.
See, See, there are so many artists in Africa, Nigeria in particular.
Yeah.
They will tell you, yo, social media, no, I don't want to do this. Bro, forget about your ego. Nobody, see, in my country, bro, to forget somebody, they hard. It's not, see, if you're a musician, you say, oh yeah, I can drop one song for 1 year, then I come back in 2 years. Bro, in my country, they will forget you.
They will.
You will come back. Yeah, you will come back. You will look at Instagram.
Yeah.
It's my follower disappearing.
You see,
they are appearing.
Look, I'm telling you, look, you're talking about on a bigger scale, but I'm telling you that I felt the difference. Look, I dropped my last EP in 2023. If I'm not wrong, I'm really bad with dates, but yeah 2023. And I'm telling you, from 2023, and with just for the fact of not being dropping for 2 years, man, I lost so many followers.
That is what I'm
saying. So much people just disappeared that used to comment every day.
Let me tell you one thing. Yeah. As an artist, never ever stop. If you don't release music, drop a skit.
Yes.
For your fans to remember you're there.
Yeah, you're there.
Because every day there's talent artists. Every day we have different music. Especially in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Bro, when
especially
I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll hear another song.
Yeah.
Because you being up there, you being global artist, you relax, man. I'm just gonna be global.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nobody's gonna know. Bro, you'll be forgotten.
Exactly.
Nobody will know you. Because
will know you.
The new artist is there warming up to know what's going to do next.
People forget about it really quick,
you
man,
get my
I'm telling
point.
you.
So it's really crazy, man. So thank you for that.
If you really think, sorry to interrupt you, just to add something to this. If you really think, what is the reason why you go in your car sometimes and there is a very, that is a very boring with no feeling song, but it's constantly playing on the radio. Like that, let's say like this, Justin Bieber, baby, oh man, I used to hate that song, but I knew the lyrics. Reason for it, because it was playing all the time. You know what I mean? And the same thing with artists is, you need to be consistent.
Exactly.
If you're
3 years out there,
if you're not consistent, man, you lose it. You lose it.
You're gonna lose it because nobody time wait for nobody, man. Time gone. Time is running like an ocean.
It doesn't it doesn't need to be. You know what I feel? What is one of the biggest problems when it comes to artists to be consistent? Is the fact that they think that to be present, it needs to be an album. It needs to be a new single. No, bro.
You need to get your
go outside to the park and sing a cappella.
Exactly.
Every single day, and doesn't matter, but I still see you, I still listen to your voice, I still listen to your talent, and that's where it needs to be made, honestly.
Exactly, man. So what advice would you give to aspiring artists in the UK, all over global, who are watching this podcast?
The grind is the key. The grind is the key. I know it sounds like very cliche, but it's what it is, man. It's like I end up just finding out that more falls you have, more learning you get from those falls, more experience you get from those falls, stronger you become, you got a thicker skin, you go out there, you start experimenting with things that you never did before because you already tried 1,000 things and they didn't work before, so now you're going for something new, and it's all about grinding and every day trying different things and explore different things, exploring ways in now to get to the target that you're looking for. Is all about that. I know that it sounds like but everyone says the same, and I've been here for years and years and years, bro. Listen, you got people, you have people that they famous today, very famous people. Let's say someone like Morgan Freeman. And he had his first opportunity with 42 years old, man.
Wow.
And you on your 18s, on your 20s, on your 30s, and you're already tired. Bro, keep grinding.
Yeah, that's a very good advice. And you, the viewers, you watching this podcast, whatever you believe you're good on, keep doing it. Never stop. Because if you're a musician, you are a comedian, you're a content creator, you need to start on your ground. Never 100%. Stop grounded, because if you stop, Where you stop, that's where someone else is going to start from. So your craft, always know how to manage yourself, manage your craft, and also know the next thing to do. If you're planning something, maybe you know this did not work first time.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Create something new. Yeah. So people can say, man, this is what these guys do, something new. People want to rush into your page to see what you're doing next. So this question, so what are your upcoming projects?
Well, this is not that is a difficult question to answer, because I already have in my mind the upcoming project, but I just dropped one now.
Yeah,
that it calls The Drop is my new EP with 5 songs.
Wow.
Is out there. Is a mix of R&B, Afrobeat, pop,
well.
my piano. Everything is there.
So don't forget, guys, need to go to his page. His handle is going to be underneath this video. Go to his Instagram page. You can find all his music. Click on that bio. It will take you to all his platforms. Stream all his music. Listen to it. This is X. Never stop streaming. He's the best. The voice alone will take you to the moon.
Come on now. Thanks.
So the X.
Yeah.
I know you're married, which is good. Mm-hmm. You have beautiful kids. I'm happy with that. You know, the beginning of your career, how was it? Because I know ladies never stop around.
Oh man.
Around, because you're a very handsome man.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Love to be around you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Music helped me so much on that, man. I didn't know that ladies like so much guys that can sing or make any type of art, man.
And your voice as well.
Yeah, man. The thing with the voice is, I'll be completely honest about this, right?
Yeah.
I always felt very shy about serenade someone. Mm-hmm. You know, when girls will ask, "Oh, can you sing for me?"
Yeah,
I would get shy, bro. I couldn't. I would go like, "Yeah, just go and listen to my music, man." But anyway, it's something that in the beginning when I was single, man, it was really something that girls like artists. I don't know why, man.
So girls, you know, especially a very handsome artist, and you have an amazing, awesome voice. Mm-hmm. Girls want to be around you. Yeah. They just want you to sing for them, and from there they would start catching feelings. Yeah, you know. So it's just the way of girls in particular. Yeah, in particular, you know, so many girls. You know, X is married. Guys,
very well married.
X is married,
13 years
with
now.
kids. So if you guys are hating on him, go and stream his song. Don't hate on him. Go and stream his song, guys.
I'll serenade you, but on the song.
On the songs. With the voice as well. With the voice, which is really good. I'm really happy. So how are you managing the family and the music career?
Oh man, I don't like to. This is probably the hardest thing I have. It's the hardest thing, but not that it's difficult for you to be an artist and be, the man of the house. Yeah. And I have a very supportive wife. You know that. That's from beautiful. From the beginning, man. From the beginning, like I come, with her from nothing, from living in really bad conditions. To what we are today, and she always supported my music. It's something lovely. That I have to give to her, because sometimes I wanted to quit. Sometimes I want to what? Maybe let me just find a nice job and give us a good life. And she was always the one saying, "No, man. If you didn't have the talent, trust me, I am honest enough to tell you that maybe try a different thing. Yeah, but I can't." Because you really have the talent, so go for it. And I know that sometimes we didn't do things, like of our social lives, that we should do it and enjoy, because of music. Because I had to buy a new equipment, because I had to buy a new computer, a new piano, and so she has been always there. So on that side, it's perfect. But I don't want to be hypocrite here. I want to be completely honest in my words. It brings some limitations. Yeah. It brings some limitations. I'll tell you, you don't have the same freedom as a single artist as you have when you're married, is what it is. I can't tell, as I was saying before, I can't tell my wife every night, look, I'm going outside to explore like 2-3 times a week. I'm going outside. I'm going to the club to listen, see what is the vibe. I'm not saying that she'll not let me go to it. I'm the man of the house. And at the end of the day, I'll go. But it'll bring me problems next day, for sure. Yeah. The responsibilities as well. You don't have the same time. I used to sit on the studio and I could be there 8-9 hours, bro. Yeah. Just making beat after beat and beat after beat. And now if I want to do that, I'll do it probably during the night when everyone is asleep,
Sleep.
and I need to go work next day.
Yeah.
And when I come home, I need to spare some attention.
Yeah.
She needs attention. The
Yeah,
kids
the kid
need
needs
attention.
attention.
And when you already tired from work,
Yeah.
then you provide the attention and the safety that it needs to be brought by the man of the house.
Yeah.
Then sometimes you're too tired to go to the studio and make some music.
Yeah, I know. That's why sometimes it's good to bring the studio home.
Yes.
You know, you got a lot of inspiration. It comes at night.
True.
When you're sleeping,
man,
just,
that's
man,
so
I
true.
need to
That's
do
so
this.
true.
I learned that from CB, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I watched one of his podcasts the other day. He said, I get my inspiration at night.
Yeah.
Because when that night, I need to make sure my engineer are awake.
Yeah.
But if my engineers are not awake, I know there's something I'm going to forget. I'll just go to the studio, just do what I can do. Just
Exactly.
put the craft there.
Yeah,
Then come back tomorrow and
Yeah.
just sort it out, which is really good. So getting
necessary.
a studio at home
Yeah.
is good.
It's good, bro.
It's really good. So what
It's
you just did is really, really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Getting your studio, getting your shit done, which is really good.
Yeah,
Which is really good.
and that's the other thing, like that I really appreciate about my wife as well. She might be listening now.
Yeah.
Is imagine my lounge is a pretty small lounge, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I took at least like 30% of the lounge.
to do your studio.
So I you know, knowing how women like decoration and
Yeah,
stuff like that,
yeah.
and she still allows that because, and she really don't is not
mind,
bothered, you know.
yeah.
She doesn't mind at
Yeah.
all, and she's like, look, this is your space.
Yeah.
This is for you to do your music. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. You
That's
know, when
really
you
good.
have, you know, when you're comfortable
Yeah.
on that way, that you still be able to be creative.
Yeah. Big shout out
It's a
to
good
your
thing.
wife. she's really lovely. Big
Appreciate
shout
it,
out to
man.
her. If you're watching this, thank you for him taking your space. All right, thank you. Nice for coming to my podcast, X. I really
Man,
appreciate that.
you, bro.
I hope
Honestly,
I'm
it was a
going to see you
pleasure.
again. I just want you to
Definitely,
know.
yeah.
I want you to know that I was part of your journey.
Definitely, yeah, man. Yes, you are, man.
I was
Yes.
part of your journey. A tap from me in your journey. So if you get there tomorrow, just remember that
Always, bro,
Danskinny
always,
was part of your journey.
always.
I like you. So thank you very much for
Thank you so
coming
much
to
for
my
having me,
podcast.
man.
I appreciate that.
Man.
See you,
Bro.
See you, bro. See
Definitely,
you.
yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to watch the DX new EP that
The
just
drop.
dropped. So go to his Instagram. The handle is gonna be underneath this video. Stream all the songs. You're gonna listen to an amazing voice you have never heard before. I told you before, is a trumpet that was blown from heaven. So go and watch. Sorry, go and stream those songs and come back and comment below on this video. See you guys next time. Still remain Danskinny to the Backroom Banter. Thank you guys. See ya.